1st of January, and Happy New Year to you all. This is the first video that I'm recording in 2025, although some of you will see this, I think, after some others that I'm recording today. We're on the way to the Loxley Classic Car Club New Year's Day event, although I suspect there might not be too many people here because the weather's not quite what I would have hoped, but never mind. Right, viewers, this is not what I expected to happen, but I was optimistic today and forgot to check the Loxley Classic Car Club Facebook page, and the event has been cancelled. Now, I'm not the only one who actually has turned up here, so there are some other cars here which I'll just put into this video, which I might as well because there's not much here, no point in making a separate video about this, but I don't think I've seen too many of these. This is Mercedes AMG GTR. I mean, that'll be fast, won't it? It's not the sort of thing that I probably would drive, but I mean, it's got a V8 engine and 2 turbos, so, you know, never say never. I'm going to row over the cars over there as well, but I think what we'll do actually is to look at something else that is similar. I believe this is a DB11, isn't it? And of course, someone's got a very, very appropriate number plate for it. I like the colour of this. This is very nice. I just wish I had a lighter colour interior. I mean, the sort of, I don't know, biscuit colour isn't too bad. It matches the wheels of things, but, you know, long gone are the days when most people would specify for Aston Martin in dark green with a beige leather interior. Some of the Mini Club seems to be here. This is a very late one, isn't it? It's a 2000. It's probably a Cooper Sport or something. We'll take a look at the back and see. Yeah, it's a Cooper Sport. Cooper Sport 500s were the absolute last of them. And then we've got this much earlier one. This is a Mark II. It's one of the later Mark IIs. It's a 1275cc Morris Mini Cooper. I think we have seen this before. Do believe so. The Mark II's finished on an H registration, so it's not one of the absolute last, but it is quite late on. And then we've got this nice Mini 30. I've seen quite a few of these, but these have a surprisingly high survival rate, actually, considering they were made, I think, in '89 only to celebrate the 30th anniversary of production for the Mini, which have had over a decade still to run by this stage, actually. It's a nice colour as well. Then we've got this very, very late Mini Clubman Estate. This is a 1980. 80 was the last year for the Clubman Estate, because when the Metro came in, they decided they didn't want the Clubman as well, which I kind of understand. But with very late ones like this, you've got things like the what became the Austin Rover logo on the steering wheel. Well, it wasn't called that at the time, it's still British Leyland, but that became the Austin Rover logo on the steering wheel. And then we've got this little 500 here. It's a right-hand drive. It's one of the later ones. It's got the doors that open in the normal way. I think it's about 1965, 66 they changed the way the doors hung on them. Still got the Wilder 500 on the back of that, number 200. It's about a 67, 68, I think. And then, of course, just like Boxing Day, we've got Pickup Pete here, who is looking better than did sort of a lot previous time that I saw him. Because we've had some welding done. This is presumably simple before Christmas, so that is an improvement. It's like a sort of fourth bridge job, isn't it? You know, you start and you get round the car and have to start again. It's just one of the way they go to these classic Minis. But yeah, very, very late pick, about 1981, and it's got the same sort of door handles as that Mark II Mini. Actually, got the Mark I, so is the old pressed steel grille and things like that. Right. Back to the main video. So, December 2024 was undoubtedly sort of a mixed month for the channel. The video that did the best is actually one of the worst videos I've ever made. Not only because it was very, very difficult to film, but lots of background noise and very difficult to get around things because the Wickham Square event at Boston was not organised. There was nobody organising that event. There were no marshals, there's nothing. So the food thing
food trucks, things like that, are organised. They have licences from the council to be there, and they are planned. The cars and bikes, other vehicles that are there, are not planned. There is nobody arranging the parking there, and a lot of you actually find that quite interesting. Obviously, you wouldn't have clicked on the video title if you hadn't found it interesting. There's some people who've actually been there who've given me some feedback about it. So yeah, it's like that every year. We kind of love it, which is fine. It's not my favourite event to attend like that. It's very, very difficult for me to film something like that. But we might go again next year. The bigger problem than that was the fact that the video just went out of sync. Like, it happens sometimes. That's just the way that it is. You can't prevent it happening. Sometimes the equipment that I use just does it, and it's really annoying. I haven't used a separate microphone trying to match it up. That's just the way it came out. Now, it takes hours to fix a problem like that, and my editing is poor and my knowledge is limited, and I just cannot afford the time to fix a mistake like that. What if I don't know how many people are going to be watching? Particularly as the mistake happens about 10 minutes into the video. So I just don't want to spend hours doing it. I have limited time. I have 2 other videos from the day to edit as well. So I just left it. Now, some people have complained that I should have fixed it, but I don't have the energy sometimes to do that, particularly in a video titled Utter Chaos, Slightly Shambolic Shuffle. That should give you the sort of information as to what the quality of the video is like. I don't really always want to put out terrible videos. The thing is that video's done like 6-7 times the numbers that the video that we spent literally months planning for Christmas Day. It took hours to film it, and it took Mr. Richardson days to edit it, which was the Crown Victoria police car. So what you're sort of telling me to people watching is like, you like videos that are worse, that take shorter time to film, and that there's no care taken of it. Now, I don't know why this is, something to do with the algorithm, but you can see why creators get very, very frustrated about the way that this sort of thing works. I'm not the only person this happens to. It's a very common thing. And I shouldn't really complain about it, because I had a video that's been very popular, but I would just wish the videos that were popular, the ones we'd taken care on, and actually, the ones we really wanted to make. This is just something I did in addition to going to Loxheath and filming some of my videos, which has done quite well. But a Wycombe Square one, for some reason, has just done the best. Now, I don't think, even in the future, if this happens again, I'll necessarily try to fix this, because it takes too long and messes with my head if I try to do this kind of thing. And because this channel, you can believe this, and maybe some of you don't, this is not my full-time job. I have other things I do as well, which actually kind of make the money to be able to do this. The YouTube revenue, you laugh at how hard I work and how little I get. So it's not a complaint particularly. This has been the way for many, many years, and I wouldn't do this as I enjoyed it, but because I'm doing it really because I enjoy it, not because this is a way that I make loads of money, because I don't. I can only spend a limited amount of time in terms of my mental capacity doing things when I'm trying to do other things as well. So some of the videos just are terrible because I don't have the time or financial resources to dedicate to them. But if I could make this my full-time job, but I probably would. I know that someone like John from Shenanigans, he spends 30 hours on average for a 10-minute video, which is unbelievable to me. I mean, they're very, very, very good videos. But he now, I think, does it as a full-time job. So do you see the difference in that kind of thing? I don't know why I feel hard to explain this, but it's just something that I just want all of you to know. And it's not that I don't care, it's not that I'm ignoring what you say, it's just I have to make a decision between kind of the hours I put in and potentially not getting any more sort of engagement, as opposed to trying to fix it and just hoping that it's okay. It's very difficult to understand that, because nobody knows. Nobody knows when you put a video up how it will do. Nobody knows. You have some idea, you can guess, but you don't know. So what we'll be doing this month, we'll be doing 3 videos actually of statistics. We'll be doing one for the top 10 best-selling cars of December 2024 as usual. We'll be doing another video on the best-selling cars of 2024 as a whole, and we'll be doing a 3rd video comparing the top 10 best-selling cars of 2018 and 2024. 2018 was the first year the channel existed, and so I have some information from a very old and dreadful video about that I made, and that's one reason I keep making. I've been making these videos since 2018, even though a lot of you just find them boring and don't watch them. Some of you actually really enjoy them. I'm one of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't make them. So I'm just interested in that particular side of things. And so that's what I think I'm going to be doing. We're going to be looking at that, and it will be very, very interesting, I think, to see what the cars were in 2018 that were popular. I doubt most of them are actually in the top 10 anymore at all. I know one of them in particular isn't even on sale anymore. So that'll be interesting. Well, also I've got some reviews I filmed in December. I've got quite a few of them to put out. There's a special one in particular that I do hope you enjoy, because it was one of my favourite cars I've ever filmed. Then we'll be doing this. It's probably more Shambolic Shuffles if I can get to some more events. There are some events happening this month, but there's not many. So I hopefully get to some of those. And generally we'll maybe be looking at something to do with actually which cars I'd like to film this year. There will actually be a video where I'll be covering that very topic. I'll actually be doing that. So, my gosh, a Patient Blue Rover 45 facelift from 2004. Used to own one of those years ago. So Pageant Blue, not Patient Blue, Pageant Blue. Anyway, yeah, so I will be looking at that. I'm hoping to get some more reviews done. There are some that are held over from last year, but I wasn't able to do a couple of those for various reasons. Hopefully I'll be able to do them. But it's just about really at this time of year, because the days are short, weather's not very good. Just trying to sort of think of other things I can do to just sort of stretch out the content when there aren't so many events to go to. Another thing that a lot of people imagine is that the Shambolic Shuffles are my favourite thing to film. They're not really. They kind of serve a purpose. A lot of you enjoy them, but I'd much prefer to film sort of reviews rather than events where things can go really wrong, and they are terrible videos, as demonstrated from the one at Wickham Square, because things did go wrong and it's a terrible video, despite all the news it's had. So that's what I want to do, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of that. Hopefully you will enjoy it. I'm very grateful to all of you who watch the videos in the sort of post-Christmas period in particular, because pre-Christmas, I spoke to Mr. Quite also about this. For some reason, YouTube views were very, very much down in the run up to Christmas, and they often are. It's just a bit disappointing when you're working just as hard to put videos out, and the videos are the same sort of quality as usual, and yet nobody watches them. That's always disappointing for anybody who makes videos on YouTube. You just have to sort of kind of get on with it, you sort of get on with it and just hope that they'll pick up. That's all you can really do. There's nothing else you can. So might see some different things in terms of like just providing content for you to watch. I know that I have to keep doing that, because if I don't, the algorithm will drop me. I've actually tried that actually, and that's just what happens. It's why there's so many videos, because if you don't keep uploading at a regular rate, then that's what tends to happen. Which obviously some of you is very boring and everything like that, but that's just the way that things go. So I think that's sort of it really. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching in 2024. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again very soon in February for, well, some things that might be interesting, some things that won't be.